My grandfather, my father's father, was in the restaurant business in Staten Island. And from there, he moved his family to a suburb of Binghamton, New York, to be a farmer, which he knew nothing about. Was not a wise move, but it brought my father to the area, closer to my mother's family. He participated in the restaurant business from the age of 15. He went into the Navy, met a man from my hometown. They decided to open a 24-hour diner, 12-hour shifts in my little hometown. And that's how he eventually met my mother. My mother's mother, my grandmother, baked pies for him, and they lived like a block away. So every morning she would take half a dozen pies over to the diner and then go to work in the local garment factory.
What hometown is this?
Marathon, New York. It's the home of the Central New York Maple Festival, which is a huge, huge production every year. There are 1,000 people in the town, and it takes every one of them to pull that festival off, but it literally saved the town. And it showed me how contributing to the greater good of the community can really make a difference, you know? And so I carry that image with me in all that I do here as well. I want people to come in and feel like they're at home, like somebody's going to wait on them, bustle out of the kitchen and take care of them and nurture them, and that there's a bit of whimsy and humor as part of that experience. The first thing that I started to do was bake my own bread. And now I partner with High Rail Brewing, and I get their spent grain and incorporate that along with some beer in my bread and rolls. And that's become my most popular flavor. So yeah, that's really been wonderful. I'm grateful to Craig and to Brian the brewer for that. My bread is available frozen and sliced, and it's available fresh, and we use it for all of our grilled sandwiches and for our toast with our all-day breakfast. And we serve our cold sandwiches like our chicken salad and our meatloaf and our egg salad. We specialize in classic comfort food. And the other really big star here is my homemade ice cream, which is simply cream, milk, and sugar with additional flavorings. And people just love it. They really love the ice cream. I'm very grateful. You know, I spend a great deal of time. For instance, this morning I have stock on the stove. I make it according to the principles of Weston Price, which is a nonprofit nutrition organization that their recipe focuses on bringing the most nutrients out of the bones and the components of the stock as possible. And even though my ice cream has sugar in it, has very little sugar compared to more commercial ice creams. It hasn't got any fillers. I don't pump air into it after I whip the cream. You know, my products are really pretty pure. All the water we use is either filtered or spring water. There's a lot of care and love behind the scenes that people don't necessarily see. I think in some sense they feel it when they come in here, but it isn't a visible component. And then I have a lot of gluten-free items as well, and that's something that is gaining greater and greater acceptance in the marketplace. It's taken us 2 years, but finally we can make our own gluten-free bread that is just phenomenal. I've been here for 30 years. I moved here from Manhattan, and I'm really delighted to be in a small town. And I've made a lot of contributions over the years. The influx of newcomers in the past year has been tremendous, and they're all very excited about participating in Highbridge. You know, I have a newcomer's guide here, and the last entry on it is all the places where you can volunteer. You know, it's very rewarding to see people become part of the fabric of the community. There's so much that each of us can do. So I think it's critically important to contribute to the community, because it thereby increases your own business, your own visibility. But that's not the reason that you're doing it. It has to come from the heart.